Lesson 29, multiplying by multiples of 10 and 100. One thing I am going to say about this video is that there's a couple times you're going to need to pay attention because it just cuts off, like this is the word the, and it cuts off, this is going to be times 10. So, the multiple of a number are the answers we get when we multiply the number by 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Multiples of 10 all end in 0, always end in 0, like 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. Any multiple of 10 can be written as a number times 10. 20 equals 2 times 10. 30 equals 3 times 10. And 40 equals 4 times 10. Multiples of 100 all end with at least 2 zeros. Like, they can also be written as a number times 100. So 200 would be 2 times 100. 300 would be 3 times 100. And 400 would be 4 times 100. And here's the question. Which factors are common to 10, 100, and 1,000? The answers are 1, because you can multiply 1 times any number, and it would be that number, and 10, because all of these end in a 0, which means they're all multiples of 10, and 2, because they're all even numbers, and 5, because 5 can go into also anything that ends with a 0. All right, so here's the problem. 20 times, it says when we multiply by a multiple of 10, we may multiply the digits in front of the 0 and then multiply by 10. I'm going to show you this by multiplying 25 times 30. So 25 times 30, we're thinking this is 3 times 10, and we're going to think that this is still 25 times 3 times 10. So 25 times 3 gives us 75, and then we multiply that by 10, we get the answer 750. Okay? Notice that the last step we placed a 0 after the 75. When we multiply by 10, we multiply by the digits in front of the 0 and then place the 0 at the end of the answer. This can be shown when we write the problem this way. If you did 25 times 30 this way, I'm sorry, I kind of wrote this wrong. If we did it this way, you can't see that. All right, I'm going to do it down here. 25 times 30. Okay, so this is written a little off balance, as you can see, so that the multiple of 10 is on the bottom and the 0 hangs out at the right. Here we have 25 times 30 vertically. If we multiply by 3 by 25 right here, we'd get 75, and then you could just bring your 0 that's hanging out down. All right? When we multiply a similar method to multiply times 100, you would just add, if like this was 100, you could do 1, 0, 0, and both of the zeros would hang out, right? Okay, so example 1. I'm not going to scoot this up because you can see it all. A basketball player played an average of 40 minutes, that's just that's actually it because it just cuts off right there, per game, and played 37 games. How many minutes did he, you can't see that part, play all season? So for that, we would write the problem so that the multiple of 10 is on the bottom. So we would do 37 times 40 this way, and that 0 is just hanging out, right? So we multiply the basketball player. We do 37, okay, so 7 times 4 is 28, and 4 times 3 is 12, 13, 14, 140, and then we just bring that 0 that was hanging out down to down. So he played a total of 1,480 minutes. Seems easy enough, right? Example 2. This is with money. Each ticket costs $3.75, and Jack sold 10 tickets. How much money did Jack collect from selling the tickets? When multiplying whole numbers by 10, we simply attach a 0. The 0 shifts all the other digits one place to the left. However, when multiplying dollars and cents by 10, attaching the 0 does not shift the other digits from their place. So like if you're multiplying in this example it says $3.75 and they put a 0 there, that 0 wouldn't mean anything because we know that there's only 2 digits after the 0, right? So you don't write that. This is because the decimal point is set in place for money, okay, but it's not necessarily set in place for everything, and attaching the 0 does not change the position of the decimal point. When multiplying dollars and cents by whole numbers, we position the decimal point right in the answer so that there's 2 digits to the right of the decimal point. All right, so you would set it up this way. I probably should have left myself more room, but I wanted to fit it all on one page. So you'd say, this is the dollar sign, $3.75 times 10. It's still going to hang out, okay? And I'm going to write my answer up here because I don't have enough room down there. So you would multiply 1 by 5, which is 5, and 1 by 7, which is still 7, and then multiply the 3 by 1, which is the 3, but you'd have to make sure your decimal point has the 2 spots to the right, and then you'd add on that 0. So he sold $37.50. For your lesson practice, number 1 is 34 times 20. Number 2, 34 times 200. Number 3, 55 times 30. Number 4, 55 times 300. Number 5, 60 times 45. Am I going too fast? Number 6, 400 times 37. Number 7, 50 times 48. Number 8, 500 times 36. Number 9, $1.25 by 30. Number 10, $1.25 times 300. At this time, please make a star above example 2. Just write a star right above example 2 and circle it. Number 11 is $2.35 times 40. And number 12 is $1.43 times 200. And now I'm going to take my camera and go like this in case you want to just screenshot. Actually, I'm going to pull this out. If you wanted to screenshot this to take your notes better, you can screenshot it right there. All right.